Okay, David, new tonight at 10, police storm a Jackson dollar store with their guns drawn on a manhunt for a suspect. 16 WAPT's Ross Adams shows us that chaotic scene.
Some scary moments tonight inside this Jackson Dollar Tree on Greenway Drive as a group of officers armed with assault rifles enter the store.
The officer that's parked over there, they said a guy got robbed and someone left in another vehicle, but they haven't found the person that did the robbery.
A few minutes later, the officers came out of the store. They walked across the street and they trained their assault rifles on a car parked at the Murphy Oil gas station. The man inside the car was not the person police were searching for.
I knew I ain't had nothing to do with it, so I knew I was straight.
A woman shopping in the Dollar Tree tells us what happened when police came inside.
It is scary. You can't get out and shop anymore without being afraid.
Police did take one man into custody. We're not sure if he was a suspect or the victim. In Jackson, Ross Adams, 16 WAPT News.
Now, again, officers entered the Dollar Tree on Greenway Drive, then ran over to the Murphy gas station. We are still working with police to get more information for you tonight. Tonight at 10, drivers in Jackson facing a new epidemic, potholes, many calling it the worst outbreak they've ever seen. And after a 16 WAPT report on how bad North State Street was, Jennifer Ortega explains it's now smooth driving.
What a difference a day makes. Wednesday, we showed you how potholes plagued North State Street.
Real bumpy, real unstable. Bad for your car, too.
Dangerous.
Very dangerous, yeah. It could shoot you. When it rains, it could shoot you into the other lane.
By Thursday afternoon, it was smooth sailing for drivers. We were there as city crews paved over a path of potholes.
I think it's great. It's well needed.
But some drivers still not satisfied.
So you don't think that piece right there is enough?
No, not at all. It needs to be all the way down State Street and around some more streets also.
Timmy Bridgman applauds the work the city did.
I think that's a marvelous job they did, you know.
But says more work is needed.
The whole street needs fixing, not just only in front of the stores, you know. When you leave the area where the stores, then you run into potholes again.
The city says all the recent wet weather is making it difficult to keep up with the potholes, but they plan to keep plugging away. In Jackson, Jennifer Ortega, 16 WAPT News.
And AAA says you should check your tires, making sure they're at the recommended pressure, especially important when traveling pothole-covered roads. Two Madison moms out of a Florida jail on bond tonight, accused of allowing kids to drink at a spring break party. Authorities in Walton County say they found close to 30 kids drinking alcohol in a rented beach house. They say Pamela Carroll and Victoria Sen admitted giving the kids access to booze. Madison County's district attorney says kids getting drunk on their parents' watch is becoming a trend.
We're seeing, more parents who are not actually being parents, but who are trying to be their children's best friend.
Sen and Carroll are both charged with contributing to the delinquency of minors. No word on their next court date. We now know a deputy U.S. Marshal killed in a shootout in Louisiana will be laid to rest next week. Louisiana State Police escorted the body of Josie Wells back to Mississippi. He died Tuesday in the hospital. Troopers say double murder suspect Jamie Kroom shot him in the neck.
His wit, his charm, and his infectious smile will be dearly, dearly missed.
Josie knew what he wanted to do, and he did it. And that's just, it's just something to be so proud of.
Visitation for Wells is Monday night from 6 to 9 at Wade Baptist Church in Wade, Mississippi. His funeral is at 11 a.m. Tuesday, also at that church. Wells and his wife are expecting a baby boy. She will name the unborn son after him. An urgent manhunt underway in Ferguson, Missouri tonight after two police officers were shot and ambushed. We have a live look at the streets of Ferguson right now. For the second night in a row, a huge crowd gathering outside the police department. As 16 WAPT's Nicole Killian reports, this violent protest is putting the city on the brink.
The Attorney General said when he heard about the shootings, it turned his stomach, and he unequivocally condemns these repugnant acts.
What happened last night was a pure ambush. This was not someone trying to bring healing to Ferguson. this was the damn punk.
The Attorney General said the Justice Department stands ready to assist in the investigation. Meantime, President Obama tweeted, "Violence against police is unacceptable. Our prayers are with the officers in Missouri. Path to justice is one all of us must travel together." Their comments come after 2 officers were shot in front of the Ferguson Police Department overnight. St. Louis County Police say one was hit in the face, the other in the shoulder. It happened during a protest following the resignation of Ferguson's police chief. The chief was the 6th person to resign or be fired after a Justice Department last week found a pattern of racial discrimination in the city's police force. In Washington, I'm Nicole Killian reporting.
Now, in a separate report also released last week, the Justice Department cleared Officer Darren Wilson of civil rights charges in the shooting death of Michael Brown. Dramatic video played in the Boston Marathon bombing trial today. The gas station surveillance video shows a carjacking victim's harrowing escape from the accused bombers. He frantically tried locking the door, begging the confused store clerk to call 911. Fearing the Tsarnaev brothers would follow, he hides in a storeroom. That clerk got police on the line and then handed the man the phone.
Tell me what happened. Somebody took your car?
Yeah.
And what happened when they took their car?
They say that they are they did the explosion, marathon explosion. They are Muslims.
They what?
They are the suspect of the marathon explosion.
That carjacking victim, Dunmang, alerted police his SUV had GPS tracking. It was a crucial break that ultimately helped police close in on the Tsarnaev brothers. Angry residents in Hinds County fighting mad over plans to expand a landfill in their neighborhood. A trash company near Spring Ridge and McRaven Roads wants to expand another 26.5 acres. But homeowners we talked to say that plan stinks.
Our problem is they want to open the first landfill here near the city of Clinton and around 257 homes and 5 churches, and it's just not the right place for it.
We don't think the citizens of Clinton understand that there's going to be a 335-acre landfill, you know, just a few miles from downtown Clinton.
So what I'm going to use as my linchpin for making my decision is what's best for the county.
And what do you think is going to be best for the county?
I'll know once I get through reading and evaluating all of the information.
The Hinds County Board of Supervisors is expected to vote on the landfill expansion Monday. Meantime, MDOT crews are working to fix a mudslide off I-220. MDOT leaders tell us the recent wet weather caused the ground to shift. The eastbound exit ramp near